We're at the site of the old farm in Tomah, just off of Highway 16 on the south edge of town. It's right across the street from the county fairgrounds, Monroe County Fairgrounds. Two silos are still standing, but the old wooden barns are long gone. That was 70 years ago when I used to come here as a kid. The house is still standing. That's been converted into kind of a rooming house, I guess. Looks like it's the same size. There was a porch out in front and a porch on the east side. Some of our old pictures show a family sitting on that porch. Now they've got some metal barns instead. This was pretty much the edge of the property. That cultivated ground was on the easterly edge, and that's the only cultivated ground I see on the whole site, which I think was 80 acres. The whole thing is all overgrown now, trees and grass. Things change. Right about there, that decrepit old building, that's just about where the old three-holer outhouse stood. There was no plumbing in the house. So winter or summer, that's where you had to go. And that is the remains of the old garage. That's where Uncle John kept his car, which was a pretty fancy thing. It was about a 1928 model, something or other. And he had an old Model A pickup truck. It must have been one of the first pickup trucks ever made. It just had a cab in the front and a little wooden box in the back. And he used that to haul every few days. He'd take milk to the creamery in town. You see all that's left of the side porch is some steps. Used to have a roof over it and nice railing and so on, and the old road is still there, same place. Apparently never got paved. It used to have deep ruts in it. Good thing the cars in those days had a lot of clearance underneath. And this on the side was a grassy yard that I got elected to cut the grass on it when we came up. Now it's all overgrown. The front porch is kind of dilapidated. That used to be a screened-in affair. It had a railing all around it and screen door. You step into that enclosed porch. And that was the Sunday gathering place. Other than milking cows, there was never any work done on Sunday. And they would sit out here, great-grandma and Aunt Frida and Uncle John, and rest up for the labors to come during the next week. Used to be two grand old trees here. They were huge things. I would guess they had to come down some time ago. From this point on, westerly, which is where most of the farm laid, that was all cultivated land. That house that came later. There's some more houses along here now. They're all gone, and the farm extended way down to about where that car is now. There's a creek down there. Right about there. Now the fellow that owns it has a dairy cattle trading business here. Been in business for 50 years. My God. Well, that's about right, because in the last, in the late 40s, they had to give up the farm because Uncle John died. And I don't know if this is the guy that took over, but it's been out of the family hands for a long time. Yeah, half a dozen or so houses along here. They're sitting on the land that used to be great-grandma's summer garden, about an acre that she cultivated herself, even when she was in her 80s and 90s. Uncle John would turn the ground over in the spring, and then she'd plant and weed and take care of it. Sometimes when the family came up here during the summer, it would happen to be the week of the fair, which didn't happen too often, but it was a lot of fun because they had carnival and stuff here, just like most county fairs. There's no farmhouse from the other side. That they've added a stairway. That didn't used to be there, but when they started renting out rooms, they had to provide a second way out. And just south of that was the summer kitchen. That's gone. There's Highway 16 right over there. Sometimes when I came up here by myself, Uncle John was busy and nobody came to meet me at the depot, and I had to walk all the way out here to the farm with my luggage. Down that road, onto the highway, into town, and then out. The railroad station was on the north end of town. We're on the south end now. The main street is at the stoplight up ahead. The creamery used to be down that way, but the main street of town is that way. Kind of a nice little town. This hasn't changed very much from 70 years ago. Park. Now we're just coming to about the middle of town. The railroad station used to be on the left side up ahead somewhere. Even driving this in the car seemed like a long ways. That explains why my memory tells me it was a long walk to get to the farm. I see the railroad track up ahead. The station was about a block away on the left. Just beyond this building. Looks like it's just like a little park now. Station was gone right in the... Oh, there it is. It's still there. How about that? Now we're heading north, out the other end of town.